Thank you.
Yeah, so I do think that Zoom has some issues right here. So I think that's about it. I think we're live as well.
Yeah.
Guys, what's up? I think we're a bit late. I think 5 minutes late. We do have some Zoom issues. We experienced this just a moment ago on our team call as well. So I hope that we don't experience this while being on this live. So with that said, guys, hope you're well. You're here with yours truly and my obviously most beautiful co-host of the world. How's he? How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well, thank you. It's always good to see you here on Wednesdays. It's more fun than the other meetings we have.
Yeah, long meetings, a lot of calls. I hope.
By the way, you're sharing your
so
screen from
that
what I
you can
can
check
see,
out
right?
our hairdo. What?
You're still sharing your screen?
I am sharing
with
my
Facebook.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm gonna move this. Let me just open this up. So.
Cool. So we promised you last time first that we're going to have haircuts, and here we did. So I'm not sure how they look like, but I think Stefan had a good haircut.
Oh, you had a haircut as well, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
This is especially for Scott. I think it was Scott last time he mentioned something about our haircuts. There you go, Scott. Not sure if you're watching. Oh yeah, you are here. So that's cool.
He's still asking about your girlfriend.
I can ask all about my girlfriend. It's no worries. My girlfriend is now at work, so she will probably not come in during this call. So that's good.
Too bad, Scott.
Yeah, so let me just do a roll call really quick. There's Rob right here, Rob. Appreciate you being here again. Thanks for the testimonial, video testimonial. Really appreciate it. There's Scott. Scott, again, thank you for joining. I hope you like the hairdo. Michael, again, always here on the lives. Really appreciate it. Then we have Jerry. Jerry, appreciate your video testimonial as well. Saw your request, and I think we're going to honor that request as well. So don't you worry about that. Yeah, Rob, we use Video Ask for getting testimonials, and we're trying to automate that entire process so that the new customers that are coming in are going to get that as well. So that we really can get the customers speak for us instead of us doing all the marketing and the selling, because that's in the end where we are doing it for, right? Getting that initial feedback from you guys, but if we can use that feedback for our soon-to-be customers, it's going to help a lot for that as well. So awesome stuff, guys. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead. I'm gonna like this live right here as well. Fauzi, we are going to talk about team rules. I'm actually pretty excited about this. It's going to be a short little live because there's not much to actually dive into, but it's something we are going to do, right? Either you or I think it's going to be me this time. I'm going to dive into the team rules feature a little bit and just showcase to you guys right here on what you should actually click. And I think Fauzi is going to do some reveals regarding some additions we are going to do. Yeah. So yeah, like what it says right here on your screen, it says team rules, feature exploration, and new release. And new release will probably be about the new add-ons. So that's something we mentioned in the previous post as well. So if you have read that changelog already, you probably know what this is going to be about. Yeah. So this is the agenda for today. We got the intro. This is what we are doing right now. We got the team roles, the ideas, some ideas, and a small demo. How to add team members and clients without worry, and where to actually find the team roles feature. Then we got the team roles new additions or new add-ons, if you will. We end with a Q&A, and then we got our...
I like this sounds.
You always like this part, right? So we are going to give away another T-shirt. So, and that's basically guess which integration we are going to launch next. I actually had a team call with the entire team, and Fauzi already demonstrated some a small little tease of that integration. So that was pretty cool to see. If you guys are going to guess that integration at the end, yeah, you're in the running of winning a free T-shirt. So that's pretty.
Is it the same T-shirt that you showcase all the time, Stefan?
I do have one. Like it's always the same. Yeah. It's actually small. No one actually has a small size nowadays.
This one is to be used on your videos. That's
it's the same freaking thing. And then we just sent it out from I think we're using Printful. We're sending that we're using that company to send out the T-shirts and the hoodies. I got my hoodie right now because I think my T-shirt is in the laundry. Fauzi said you're going to get hot, and you know what, guys? He's actually right. So
you're already getting hot.
It's getting a little bit too hot right now. Yeah, it's summer after all. Anyways, let's see.
Cool. So let's dive in. You always come up with some funny gifs.
Yeah, there you go. This is a kayak, like double dipping the pool. So that's
I wasn't even sure how you managed to find them, but great job.
Jiffy is a wonderful place.
Yeah, it is the case.
Okay.
So we got the team roles that were rolled Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone has used the team roles yet. If it's the case, please let us know on the chat while Stefan is preparing his nice demonstration or ideas that we'll be following.
I'm also already opening Clever Messenger right here. So yeah, guys, like Fauzi suggested, Scott, you can guess all you want, but the only guesses that are going to count for the free T-shirt giveaway are the ones that go after that moment. So after we announced that you can actually ask those questions. So, but no, that's not the independent chat tool.
No. Cool. So Rob wants a hoodie. Interesting. I think we need to send Rob a hoodie then, Stefan.
It's gonna be fun. Cool, guys. Yeah, so like Fauzi asked, can you give me something in the chat right now regarding to team roles? We actually launched this on Monday. And did you guys already check out that feature, or did you only read the changelog? Did you already use the team roles? So let me know in the chat, guys. Jerry, the team roles feature is a new feature we actually have been working on for the last couple of months, and we released it this past.
Last Monday.
Yeah. What the team feature actually allows you to do in a nutshell, that's something we're going to show. You can actually add new people to your Clever Messenger account. And right now we have the roles you can see on your screen right now. You have the admin role, the editor role, the live chat agent role, and the marketer and analyst role. What the admin role basically does is basically full access to your entire chatbot, can do everything, basically the same powers as your current account has. You have the editor role, which is basically a full access except to the team roles feature and refresh permissions feature. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fauzi.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We got the live chat agent role, which is the full access to live chat. We got the marketer role and the analyst role, which were pushed, I think, yesterday by our good friend Abi. Full access to live chat and composer and broadcast for the marketer. And for the analyst, it's read-only access to everything, analytics and statistics. And then we got another role coming, which is the viewer role. And this is basically read-only access to everything in the chatbot, which is actually something I would use for clients, right? You don't want clients to actually start mingling or editing your campaigns. You do want to give them some type of access so that they can actually follow up on your work, see what you are actually doing for them, and then do all that stuff. But then they can actually log in as a viewer and basically view everything without you having to worry that they break things, right? Because that's usually a very, very, very big worry for a lot of agencies, that clients go into a platform and they start doing things on their own and it actually breaks the entire thing. So we think that the viewer stuff is going to actually help on that as well.
Yeah.
Looking right here at the question for read the change log only. Okay, cool, Scott. Thanks for participating. Obviously, read the change log only. Now, well, if you stick around, we're going to do a small little demo where I'm going to show you how this is actually used.
Exciting to see.
Jerry's asking, so if my client is a chiropractor, will I give him or his office assistant to live chat agent? Good question. You want to take that one?
Jerry, whatever you see can be given. You are able to allocate it as a team member, and you give the access to the person you want to give access to. What we're going to show you today is an even cooler feature for the team roles that will give you 100% customizable roles. So bear with us during the next few slides, and you will actually get a very good idea about what you can actually do.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, with that said, I just want to dive into this thing right here, where we actually are going to demonstrate the where you can actually find the team roles feature. Again, if the point is not clear, guys, team roles it basically allows you to add team members into your Clever Messenger account. So this is on page level, meaning on the level of your chatbot, on the level of your page. This is where from the screenshot you can actually see right here under the configure tab. It now opens up two options where you can actually continue to configure or click on team. This is something we are going to click on, and then it opens up the team feature, and it's pretty easy from there on out. So let me just open up a I think I'm going to open up, hold on.
I can open up the album guys page if
I actually prepared something for this, but it's the entire page is now gone, so that's fine. Let me just see
demo times
if I can do. Yeah, let me then just wing it right here and do some stuff over here and use it on a personal page right there. So right here we are on the Stefan van der Vleck page. Again, I prepared something, but for some reason I'm not able to find that page anymore. So okay, cool. Jerry's saying sounds great so far. Appreciate the excitement, really do. Right here, it's as shown on the screenshot. Right here on the left, we have a big red arrow pointing towards that team wording right there, and you can see it right here as well. We simply click on that cogwheel and we click on team, and it redirects us to this page right here.
This is where you can manage your team.
Yeah. And let me just add Fauzi actually as a admin.
Can you add me as a live chat agent just to showcase the live chats to Jerry? Can you add me to Fauzi at clevermessenger.com?
Sure. On it. So as you can see, this is already done. Like
very easy.
I'm selecting the role I want to do. I can select out of these roles right here: admin, editor, live chat agent, marketer, and analyst. And as I told you guys before, viewer is coming as well. And there's another thing coming we are going to shed some more light on as well. Then in the second field, we're going to specify the email. In this case, it's Fauzi's email over at clevermessenger.com. And we're going to click on this thing called invite. As you can see right here in the table, and Fauzi right now is probably activating his account right here, that he will be a live chat agent on my page right here. But from here, we can actually see in the table the email, the status, the role, the join date, and the last login date. Right now, we can actually see that he is invited. And now I'm going to simply ask Fauzi if he already clicked on the link.
Yes, I just got the email. Stefan van der Vlag has invited you to collaborate.
Cool.
I'm getting an email with the link to accept the invitation. And I'm going to click on the invite or the invitation link. So what happens at this point? This is something we need to explain. So for you to invite someone, he doesn't or she doesn't have to be a Clever Messenger customer or easy. If they are already a Clever Messenger customer, then it's fine. They're just going to accept the invitation, and it's the normal stuff. But if they are not already a Clever Messenger customer, they will be prompted to create or to fill in their profile. I'm going to share my screen right here so you can see what I'm talking about. Can you please, Stefan, allow me to share?
Yeah,
my
of course.
screen?
I didn't know you were going to share. Hold on.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, there you
Awesome, then I got it. So the moment I've clicked on the invitation here, because I'm not already a Clever Messenger customer on that particular email, I was prompted to enter my first and last name and confirm. So yeah, I'm just going to, it's Fauzi, not Fab. I'm having some hard time writing my name today.
Sometimes you have to.
So the moment I actually filled in my details, I will get login credentials to log in. So here I'm already logged in on my main account. That's why I got logged in back there. So at this moment that I've created my first and last name, I will actually get another email which will have my my account credentials, which is the password and username. So I'm just going to stop sharing here while I enter these details.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to finish now the process by sharing my screen again.
Awesome.
And there you go. So these are the details that I got into my email. I'm just going to log in here and I can see that I'm already invited to the Stefan van der Vlag's page. And I'm also getting the first tour because this is the first time I'm logging into this platform right here. And of course, it's always good to join the live training.
Thanks for that.
Cool. So the moment I will click on dashboards, I'm also getting a prompt because Stefan is already on the page. This is just a caution so that we don't overwrite things if we have overwrite or edit permissions. So at the moment here, I am a live chat agent. And what I'm going to see here is the live chat bar only. And I can only act on that because this is the role that I was given. Now, of course, anytime you want to change the role, you can change it right away. So if Stefan just decides to change now my role, he can do it and it will take effect immediately. So I'm going to stop my screen here and Stefan will take on.
Sure.
You will probably also just share the status update, which will now say accepted and it will show the last login date.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it is being shown.
We just refresh the screen right here. And as you can see, guys, right here in the table now says, instead of invited, it says active, meaning that this person, Fauzi, actually activated his account. And we can actually see at the top that Fauzi is actually also working on this current, or in this bot currently. So let's close that up right there. It actually works. So now what we can do is we can edit that. I do want to showcase right here the last login date. So that's something we are tracking for you guys as well. So that you know once, when the actual last time was the your team member or client actually logged in to check things out. Yeah. Now we are going to click on the actions button right there and we selected role. And now we are going to which actually do
you can just make me an admin.
Sure. Again, I trust Fauzi, guys, so that's why I'm making him an admin. If you don't fully 100% trust someone, do make them an editor because those other features are pretty crucial, like refreshing page permissions and all of that stuff. So now I'm going to save. And I guess we're going to move over to Fauzi again. Let me just stop the sharing. There we go, guys.
Awesome. So sharing my screen again. Now again, I'm on the same page as before. I didn't do anything yet. I'm just going to refresh or just go to the dashboard. There we go. So now I have full access on the bot, just like that, without any, without having to log out or do any stuff. You can just refresh the page and your permissions are reflected right away.
Yeah.
Now, as an admin, I can also now go to the team and invite other people to the team. So you can delegate stuff to your employees or to your partners to manage stuff on your behalf.
Yeah, and the reason why we're so adding extra emphasis on the refresh page permissions is that they don't really get the ability to log in as a Facebook user. Like if they don't have access to that specific page, right, Fauzi? I need to know if I'm saying this correctly. Before the team roles feature, it was actually possible to share your account details with someone, but it was also very easy to override certain things with your Facebook pages if they didn't have access to that to their Facebook page.
Yeah.
This actually really delegates it properly to each and every login.
Yeah.
So yeah, that means that you can have sub accounts under your main account, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing here so that you can continue on your journey, Stefan. Let's see if we have any questions so far. Is there a way for clients to log in? This is from Rob. Is there a way for client to log in and there is a way to not see Clever Messenger? Are you talking about debranding, Rob? If it's about debranding, then we have another.
First, why don't you want to show Clever Messenger is the most coolest, awesome brand there is? But I guess Faz is going to tell you more about the white label stuff.
Yes. So we have our agency plan, and obviously the upgrade to the agency is the white label edition, where you can actually upload your own logo and text so that you can replace the Clever Messenger branding with your own branding, so that they can log in still and they will see your own branding instead of Clever Messenger.
So, yeah. I can reveal a little bit of price to the current.
Sure.
The current price we got for that Rob is 10K. So if you got 10K and you would like to run your Clever Messenger as your own with your own logo, with your own URL, then we
subscribers, licenses.
Exactly. Then we the first entry level is 10K. So something to consider if you're serious about that. It's invite only for only people we really trust and have been working with a lot and. Show promise. It's not something we are giving away right now. Yeah. So that's that on the white label, I guess. Let's just move on. I think I'm still sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me just present right here. There we go. Yeah. So we just demonstrated something. Do you want me to, Fauzi, to show the other things as well, or is this something you need to do on your end?
You can do it. It's under dev. So if
I didn't log in to dev.
Okay, then I can.
So that's something you want to do. I do want to. What I can do before I give you the screen, I can actually skip this first thing because some roles, guys, and then go to personas and actually showcase that, right? Yeah. Or is that something you want to do as well, Fuzzy?
It's all good.
I got it open right here anyways. So
so one day we released team roles, obviously with the pre-built stuff or the default stuff, and now we are revealing some add-ons today, and these add-ons, just so you know, will be released tomorrow for all of you guys. Now right now they are only for us as a team or product testers or developers, but tomorrow it should be under all of your accounts. And this is what you're getting as a bonus today, is you get to know this before everyone else. So thanks for joining.
Yay. Awesome. So yeah, let me just demonstrate this right here, right? There we go. Through the automation section right here, we have personas right there. And as we move to that section, I do not have any personas set up right now. So I'm going to create a new persona. And all I need to do, I'm going to create, and I really hope that I have a picture of Fuzzy laying around on my...
I hope we don't see some weird things when you click
picture.
on the
No,
browse.
So let me just see. There you go.
Oh no, you have a picture of me?
Yeah, man. I think it's the one where you eat your mic. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool. I like this one.
I like this one as well. It really positions you as an authority, which you are, by the way. You're cute.
Okay, thanks for confirming it, because
yeah.
it looked like it wasn't the case.
I'm not sure. What do you still remember which seminar or webinar or whatever it was?
Yeah, this was when I actually found the vulnerability inside Facebook.
Okay.
A long time ago. Yeah, Facebook exploits. So I was invited for a call in the university. There's yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
All the good days. Yeah.
Yeah. Long story short, guys, Fauzi actually hacked Facebook, and he got a $10,000 bounty for that. They actually called him a few days later, congratulating them on his find. He obviously reported that exploit, and he made Facebook a safer place, and that's what he.
And I could have used the 10K to buy a white label edition. But too bad it wasn't available at that time.
You bought a car, right? Or you used to buy a car, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that also answers your question, Eric. So it starts from 10K. That's one of the questions. Yeah. For Eric, is this exclusive to all of you, or do other platforms use this? This feature exists in other platforms, but the way, or what you're going to see now, which is the custom roles, is something, and the personas as well, assignments, is something that doesn't exist anywhere else.
That's something we do. I mean, that's something, like I mentioned, I think on the sheet as well, we go a step further and we actually give you like 100% control on your roles. So we actually thought it was cool to provide you guys with some hard-coded, pre-built, built-in roles, right, Fauzi? Such as the admin, editor, marketer, analyst, and all that stuff. However, we want to give you more control on that as well. So we give you the ability to create your own role. Let's say you only want people to use the broadcast feature and create a broadcaster role, if you would like to call it like that. Then you can actually do just that, which is pretty amazing. Or you have someone in your team that's only the bot builder, and you only give them access to the entire automation feature. So that's basically something, some things you can actually play. So before I'm going to give you the screen, let me just wrap this up, Fauzi. Right here, I added Fauzi as a persona. Right here, we can see his picture, his name. And all I need to do, because I added Fauzi as a team member before, I'm going to assign him right here to this persona and save it. So what this actually does is that once Fauzi actually logs in on his site and he opens up the live chat, it will actually will show it like this as a default, so that Fauzi can immediately start typing as himself and not as the page or any other persona. And we do got some other features planned for this as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. This is something that doesn't exist anywhere. Also, the ability to access different personas with your own. I think we never had a live to talk about personas. Maybe something we need to do in the future. But to go quickly over that, you can create as many personas as you want with the pictures you want, the naming you want, and you can just play with them as an admin. You can interchange them just like Stefan did right now, or you can specifically assign them now to team members, since now we have this team member feature that was pushed.
Yeah, it's really cool. What I think is the coolest thing about personas is the ability to change them on flows, right?
Yes.
That's really cool. There's also something we're the only ones that actually are doing this thing. I think that is what I want to show. I think it's now time to move over to your stuff. I think you guys are going to get a small taste of the custom roles.
Yeah.
It's actually if I'm going to react, it's probably going to be really interesting because this is the first time I'm going to see it as well, guys.
Yeah, it is. I
we
hope it's a good reaction, Stefan.
yeah we actually like to do this like we're doing right now, so that the reaction is actually genuine.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really looking forward to this myself.
Awesome. So what you're going to see, all of you guys, tomorrow in your accounts is a new navigation menu under the team, which is custom roles. And this is very powerful because it allows you to create your own roles if you are not satisfied with the roles that are already given to you by default from Clever Messenger. So just to go over this again, if we go to the team and you want to invite a new person to be a team member, you have these default roles, and we keep actually adding roles later if we see that there is some role that is actually interesting. But these ones you don't actually have control on. We create them ourselves, and we make them default for you guys so that you can just set them.
Quick action.
Quick action, and you can just do it. Because we know that everyone, we need an admin role, everyone need an editor, everyone in the live chat, market analyst. So these come by default. But we also know that you guys want to have more control over the roles and what your either clients or employees or whoever you want to share your bots with wants to see. So we are giving you 100% over control over this. And again, we are the only one that are offering this this particular feature. So here, to create a custom role, what you need to do is go to settings and click on custom roles. And here you will see all the custom roles that you have. So I've already created a few days ago one role here, but I'm just going to create one more for the sake of this demo. You click on create new, you give your role a name. So I can just say that someone wants to have access to the flows and live chats. So I can just name it flows and live chat access like this.
Mm-hmm.
And here you have two permissions. So you have read-only permission and edit permission. What read-only permission gives is it only gives that particular person under this permission the ability to see that particular feature and not edit it. Obviously, for the edit permission, the person can both see and edit the particular feature. So here under read-only, let's say that I want to have a read-only flows and an access to the live chat or edit permission to the live chat. So I'm just go to the read-only functions. And you have all the functions that are inside Clever Messenger. So you have the audience segmentation, live chat, send to messenger, checkbox plugin, customer chats, messenger codes, post engagements, anything that actually exists under Clever Messenger.
That's really amazing, to be honest.
Yeah. So you can find it here. So you search for the particular permission that you want. For example, I just want the person to see the flows and not edit them. So I will just have it under the read only. And I want them to be able to answer the live chats or the chats via the live chats. I will just go here and under the edit permission, I will search for the live chats. And of course, you can add as many permissions as you want. It's not only bound to 2. So I can also give a read permission to the audience. And I can give an edit permission to the broadcast, for example, if we want this person to send some broadcasts.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we hit save. The role is created, and you can now create new team members under this role, or just edit current team members to have this particular role. So I can just go to here under this particular one and change the role to the one that I've just created. By the way, the default roles are under the default section, and the custom roles are under the custom section. So the one that I've just created is the flows and live access, and I can just change the role for this particular person right here and click on save. This should be applied right away. And of course, I can just invite a new member with that role that I've just created as well with flows live access, and I can just specify the email and invite, and the trick is done. So I think, cool. Yeah, I didn't have time to see your reaction, Stefan. I was looking at the screen all the time.
I'm actually laughing. I'm lighting up, so that's a good thing. I think it's a really cool feature, and just to see how actually how easy this actually was by just clicking a few buttons. And by doing so, we're basically giving you guys 100% control as well. Like I think that's where the magic is. So I think this is really cool. Really love this feature as well. Yeah.
Also, one thing to mention is if you think that you made a mistake and you wanted to downgrade this particular role or upgrade it with the new features, you can simply go to edit and add whatever you want to add. For example, here I can add the checkbox plugin and save it, and it will be applied right away to all the members that have this permission. You don't have to invite again or change anything else.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Good stuff. Yeah. So I hope that you liked this particular, and this is where we actually see all the power of the team roles. Of course, team roles are good with predefined stuff, but we always like to go the extra mile and just offer something that our competitors don't offer. And here where we see the actual value of the feature. Yeah.
Cool. I do got a question for you from Rob.
Sure.
He's asking, first question is, so if we create ourselves as a persona, does that mean we have to invite ourselves as a role?
No, it's not the case. Just like you saw earlier on Stefan's demo, you don't even have to have a team to play with mere personas. So you can just go, again, I will go here to share my screen. So I can go to personas. I don't even have to have team members in my page or my bots. And I can just create as much personas as I want. Here I already have 3 created in this particular page, and I can just go to the live chat and play with them right away, change them, send messages using them, and all the stuff that you need to do. So no invitation is needed, no role is needed for personas to work. Rob, it's only an optional stuff if you wanted a team member to always have the same persona assigned by default. So here, for example, if I want to use my name or my persona here, I always have to go and click it instead of the other one. So if you have a team and assign it to a particular team member, then he will always see it by default, and you don't have to. He doesn't have to change it.
Yeah, basically minimizing the amount of clicks you actually need to make.
Yeah.
For example, currently, like I mean that's it's easy to switch roles and or personas, I should say. But for team members to assign that, actually, it helps a lot more, especially for people that are going to provide support through live chat right here.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There's another question from Rob. I see Stanley is here as well. Welcome, Stanley. Hope you like the live so far. Rob is also asking, if someone has a lot of roles, can you create a different persona for each and different role they have? How would you do that? Like a personal photo for live chat, maybe a logo for broadcast, and a different pic for flows. Is this possible?
So I guess there is a little bit of confusion here between personas and team roles. These 2 features are independent from each other, by the way. So I'm not really sure how to answer this question because team roles are just team members, right? You just invite them using your email and they have access to your page. Personas are, this feature only works for live chats. It doesn't work for anywhere else.
Local poster as well. But
yes, of course. Yeah. It's only to send messages.
2 separate things, Rob. So team roles is actually to give your team access to your Clever Messenger account based on the permissions you give them. That's at your clients as well. Personas are actually a standalone feature, and you can actually create different personas for your chatbot. It can even be purely imaginative personas as well, like for instance Charles the chatbot. And you can create a little chatbot icon in Photoshop, and you upload that as it being Charles the chatbot, and you have that speak on behalf of your page. However, where this roles and persona stuff actually comes into place is that you can actually assign a specific persona. In this case, if I were to add Fauzi as a support agent, and I would like to have him chat as a support agent using the live chat as well, I would also create a persona using his picture, and then assign that to his specific support agent account, because that actually allows him to chat with that customer he's providing support to really do some fast work on that as well. Because like Fauzi mentioned, if you're not assigning a specific persona, he needs to change that each and every time for the live chat. So this is basically a feature that allows you to manage personas and team roles in a better, more faster way. I hope I explained that properly. If not, I'm more than willing to elaborate a little bit more on support. We can ask support at Clever Messenger as well to give it another try. Rob is saying, I don't know, personas were only live cast. It's live chat, and personas are live chat currently, but you can also change personas cross-flow. We actually had a small video and a little thing about that as well, or live, perhaps? Did we do a live?
I think you've created a video on that.
Can't remember. Yeah, but that's a whole story, because I don't want to really go into personas, because that's not the entire thing, but I just want to do one side step right here. You can actually use the action card and change personas cross flow. So you can have message 1 and 2 coming from, as it seems, coming from Fauzi, and then have message 3 and 4, for example, coming from me, so that there is like a dynamic conversation going on inside the flows. That's something you can actually go for, or you can already assign a specific agent to a role. It's basically all up to you. It's very open on how you can actually use that as well. But again, you can actually use personas or change personas cross flows as well. But that's the last thing I want to actually say about personas, because personas is cool, but it's not that cool as team roles right here, right? So I think we got Scott right here. If you interact in live chat, does it interrupt the automated chatbot? If so, how do you hand control back to the chatbot? It does not automatically stop the chatbot yet. It's actually a feature we got on the backlog. And once you actually start typing, it should then stop or temporarily pause the chatbot from sending those automated responses. However, that's again something on the backlog, something we did not do yet, because there was not a lot of people wanting that feature. Right now, how you do it is actually just clicking a button. Am I still sharing my screen?
No, you're sharing your face.
Okay, cool. That's something pretty to actually look at, right?
Says a lot.
Very good. So I can show that right here, I guess. Here's a live chat, currently talking with Fauzi. So what we are going to do is set up right here that the moment you actually type something in, it actually will stop the automated replies from happening, and it will change this button. However, right now it's a semi-automated way, and you actually need to click right there on that green button. And as you can see, you now pause the subscriber, which means that they don't receive those automated messages, right? Then once you are done with offering support, you can actually click that again, and they are a active subscriber again.
One thing that we have is we have an action card inside the flow. So if you are providing some automated support and connecting it with third-party tools, then you can, from the flow composer, use an action card to stop the bot automation once you enter into a support flow. And when it ends, you can still use the other action card, which is resume automation, and that will resume the automation for the particular subscriber.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning that. Just checking the presentation right here and checking doing a time check. I think we got 12 minutes left on the clock. So it's pretty fun so far. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, guys. We're about to end this presentation of team roles. I think I just a side note, just want to praise my team right here. I think they're doing an amazing job. I've seen them working on team roles. It's really, really cool. And special mention for Abi. Really appreciate you Abby, for creating such a cool feature, such a needed feature, as also for people that are going to run a bot agency. This is going to be very, very important. Yeah, in terms of managing things and delegating stuff. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah. So do you guys have some questions about the team role specifically? I've got a question, Stefan, for you.
Sure.
Do we have a limitation on how many team members can we invite?
Sorry?
Do we have a limit on how many team members can we invite per bot? Or...
I think we will. Right now, because you guys are founding members and are with us on this journey right now, I think there's no limit at all. However, once we are going to make changes to our existing plans, I think we are going to do some limits as well there. Right now, you can actually add unlimited team members to your Clever Messenger account, but this will change in the future.
One thing that I want to mention as well is people that you invite that don't have a Clever Messenger account, they can of course do all the things that you want them to do inside your bots. But if they wanted to create their own bots, they will not be able to do so until they upgrade to a paid version of Clever Messenger's Pro accounts. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Jerry says, "Congrats on the new feature. Appreciate it, Jerry. Love it. If you heard about Go High Level, I'm now using it and would love to have it as a native app." I guess we got an integration request on support, I think.
Yeah, I took a look at it this morning for the Go High Level because the name sounded interesting. Go High Level. So I didn't test this yet, but we're going to go over it, and if it's something that's is really of value, then for a lot of members, then we're going to implement it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's now time for questions, guys. So if you have any questions regarding team roles or anything related to Clever, sorry, now is the time to actually ask those questions. So we have, I think, another question from Michael. So if we sell to a business, we can have the 3 different roles for office staff that handles different duties, aka appointments, billing, questions. Not sure if that's a question or a statement, but if it's a question, if we sell to a business, we can have 3 different roles. Yeah, you can definitely have 3 different roles, and you can make an appointments role, you can make a billing role, and a questions role or a QnA role. I hope
this
that
has to go.
Michael?
Well, this has to go hand in hand, of course, with the Clever Messenger functionality. So right now you can give actually access to, because I don't really see how you would give access to appointments, for example, specifically, because you will either give access to all your flows or none of them. So I'm wondering how this actually works, unless you are doing appointments via the live chats. So then we can consider it as a different role. But obviously, the roles have to go hand in hand with the features that are offered inside Clever Messenger.
Yeah. It really depends what Michael sees as appointment and billing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if the question is the ability to create 3 different roles, then yes, it's definitely possible to delegate that to office staff.
Yeah. Maybe someone will propose in the future to limit the number of flows, like you select this flow specifically to share with the team member, which would also be a good addition to have.
Have you ever used a personal video introducing yourself as a live chat role in the live flow, and then have you come on live with a new photo persona? Seems like would make it much more personal. This actually reminds me on the integration we did with Wowing, which is a semi automated way of doing personalized video, where you can actually people enter a flow in Clever Messenger, then you use the Wowing app to trigger an automation, and then you use an app on your phone to actually record a video for that specific person. Once you hit, you're satisfied with that recording, you hit send, and then the Wowing app sends a message back, and the video gets played on Messenger. And it's a very semi-automated way, but a very good way of automating personalized video and Messenger chatbots right there as well. So that's so if the question is, have you ever done that? Yes, in testing and beta testing of the Wowing and Clever Messenger connection. It's actually something we want to do on a bigger scale soon if we find the time and we can build some proper automations for our own marketing as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I think it was ConvertKit. The guys over at ConvertKit actually used a similar app called Buongiorno, and they actually saw I think it's top of head. I'm not, don't hold me down on the percentage, but I think they saw 20% less churn from the people they actually had a personal connection with. So that's pretty cool.
I remember our first trial with Buongiorno, Stefan. The result was amazing.
The result was a refund. Yeah. We actually stopped with that as well. I guess it was too personal for that specific person. So checking right here if we do have any more questions, guys. We got 4 minutes left on the clock, and I do want to move over to the next thing right here. And you already hear that sound you like and love, Ozzy.
Nice.
Right here, and this is about the free T-shirt giveaway. We are going to give away another free T-shirt, and I got it right here. As a matter of fact, it's the same freaking T-shirt we are showing each and every time. Good notion of that, Fuzzy, but you can see it right there. It says Clever Messenger. It can be yours if you're going to guess the next integration. So, guys, what is going to be the next integration? I think Scott had this on his clipboard already because he went hard on this and put it in his first entry. As Messenger independent chat, customer chat guest mode. Smart choice, perhaps, but I'm actually asking which integration do we launch next, not which feature are we going to launch next. So that is going to be more of a feature, Scott. So I'm going to be a nice guy right here and allowing you one more guess. It's going to be an integration. And if you guys paid attention on the last lives, paid attention to our roadmap, then you guys are going to already know what the integration is going to be. I saw a small demo. I think Faust is going to release this integration in a couple of parts, perhaps more than one, I guess, right?
Yeah, it will be more than one.
It's a big...
Maybe 3 or 4 parts, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's huge. But from that perspective, I can already see that this, again, is going to be the most elaborate integration. Like, one thing I'm going to reveal, guys, our competitors actually have an integration to this as well, but they don't do it like we are planning to do it. And I actually saw the first demo right before this live, and I already was blown away by what it actually could do. So it's really cool. Guys, if you're going to guess it, right, just spam your guesses in the chat right now, and yeah, you are going to have a chance to win the free Clever Messenger T-shirt. And if you do a really good job, you are going to get the hoodie as well. So, but I warn you guys, it's very, very hot, especially in the summer times. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for this right now. I can see some stuff getting in right here. Scott is saying a feature, Messenger independent guest mode tool. Rob really wants Groove to be a thing. Michael is looking for Sendio integration. Scott saying HubSpot. Michael is saying Instagram. Wouldn't that be nice, Michael? Scott is saying it's already live. That's probably regarding to HubSpot. And Rob is asking, when does the new integration come live? And Fazi's answering Monday. Rob, awesome. I think that's our cue to actually go, guys. It's 55 minutes right now since we first went live or went live.
Yeah.
And, I guess we did I think we did a good job talking about the team rules feature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we look forward to you guys using it and tell us about your feedback about it. Of course, any propositions are welcome. And yeah, we just keep on listening to them and implementing them.
Yeah.
Thanks for
one last question, bro. So custom rules. When are we going to release it?
that's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Personas for team members is already there. It's already live in your account. So if you go to Clever Messenger right now, you add a custom or a role right there, and you want to assign a specific persona to that role, then that's something you can already do. It's something we have demoed already, and you can actually use that part of this live to do something similar in your account. Then tomorrow, Fauzi is going to push the custom roles, and that's something he has demoed on this live call with you guys as well. And then you are allowed to create any team role of your dreams. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Now, Jerry, we're not going to tell you what the new integration is because that's the whole game right here. People are going to guess this integration are going to win a free t-shirt. So that's really cool, right? If you're going to guess it right, you're going to get a free t-shirt. Awesome, guys. Reading over. So Ponder, fantastic job, says Rob. Got my mind going nuts on how we can get more creative. Awesome. That's really cool to hear, Rob. Really appreciate you. Scott is saying great job. Love the team rules. Thanks. We did it all for you, Scott, as well. And Jerry's again asking for you're not going to tell us what the integration is. I really got it on the tip of my tongue right here.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. It will be amazing, guys. I'm really sure that you're going to love it. It's going to open so much more ways of using chatbots and avenues of selling this to clients as well. So it's going to be amazing. With that said, Pasi, do you got any final thoughts for our viewers right here?
My thanks for listening, Stefan. Thank you guys for watching and getting through this live chat. Also, it's always a pleasure to have you here with all the feedback and questions. And I'm looking forward to see you next Wednesday again with another interesting subject.
Nice. Yeah, I probably already know what this is going to be about. So that's cool. Awesome. I couldn't have said it any better. So I guess that's it, guys. I'm gonna stop the sharing of the screen, and we are going to wave like two awkward guys. Bye. Bye, guys.
Okay.